Hi everyone, welcome to another video. In this, we are going to attempt an end-to-end flow in which we are going to understand how to update an existing sales order in SAP GUI screen. First, we are going to understand by hard coding a value, and in the second part, we are going to understand how we can dynamically use that value as well. Okay, so I am going to first explain the manual steps so that you understand the flow. Then we are going to automate that using Tosca. Okay. Now, first thing is log into SAP system, which is already there, both in terms of in my system right now, as well as in our Tosca script, which we can reuse. Second thing is navigate to change sales order page. So we talked about the transaction codes. When we have to create, we are going to use VA01. Now, when we have to change or update, we have to use VA02. Okay. Now let me show you that in SAP screen. So here in the status, in the toolbar, you type /n VA02. Now this is going to give us this page where you have to enter the order number or any other search criteria. We are going to use order number. Now we need to know the order number, and that order number should be existing for us to perform an update. Okay. For now, we will use an existing order number which we know already. So this is the order number which I have created before, 130584. So I'm going to just use that. You click on search. So you can click on search or you can press enter as well. Both are going to work, whatever works fine with you. Okay. Now here we are going to see the order which is already created, right? So what we are going to do is we have to perform basically what we are trying to do is we are going to update the order quantity and validate that the net value is getting updated accordingly or not. As you can see right now, the quantity is one and the net value is $100,000. So if I change this to two and hit enter, this will become $200,000. Okay, so that is what our validation step is going to be. Now, in order to understand this, first of all, I need to capture the net value in order quantity is what we are going to do. Then we are going to update the quantity to 2 and then press enter and then validate the net value is displaying correct value and then exit, log off and close the SAP application. Okay. So I hope the functionality is clear. We are going to understand a bit about math functions as well and how to achieve this end-to-end flow. Okay, so let's get started. So I just make a copy of this test case because it already contains the login part and all. And let me rename this to update existing sales order in SAP. Okay. Now log into SAP. We already have that. So I'm going to leave this as it is. The process part, I'm going to delete everything. So anyone who is trying to follow can understand right from the scratch. And post condition also will leave as it is. And if any updates are required, we'll fix that accordingly. Okay. Now using precondition, we'll be able to come to this page. Now, the next step, what is involved, let me go back to my slide and we'll move back here so that we are able to see step by step. Now navigate to change sales order page. Okay. So that is happening in the uh, toolbar section, right? So what we are going to do is we are going to first of all bring the standard module. So I'll click on search and add tester and SCP toolbar. Okay. And what is the transaction code do we need? We have learned that /n VA02. But just typing this is not going to move. So we have to press enter. So in the buttons, I'll select enter. Okay. And let's update this so that it displays what we are trying to do. So I'll say navigate to change sales order page. What we are going to do is the approach what we are going to take is we are going to execute each step as well and so that every step is working fine when we run the end-to-end flow. Okay. Now we have navigated to this page. Now in this page, I have to enter the order number and click on search. So we don't have a standard module or even a scan module for this page. So we are going to approach scanning to this. Okay. In my module section, I already have a folder called SAP, but what I'll do is I'll create a subfolder inside this called update sales order. Just to keep it organized, no necessity is there in case you don't want to do it. Okay. And then I'll click on scan, I'll click on application. Okay. Now we have learned about this process in terms of scanning, and also in case you're new to that, you can watch previous videos as well. Now our interest here is to input the number in the order field and click on search. So I'm just going to grab these two fields using select on screen, this and this. Okay. Now this is fine. I'll click on save. Okay. Our module is saved. We will quickly move this module to our test case. Okay. And I'll put it in the process. What are we trying to do here is we are going to input order number. Okay. And then click on search. Okay. Now we have to know what order number already exists in our SAP system. And in this case, it is 130584. We are going to understand how to make it dynamic as well once this flow gets completed. Okay. So I'm entering the order number and I'm going to click on search. Okay. I'll just perform a click. Okay. Now it is auto populating, but let me just remove this so that when we are going to execute this, we'll see that getting populated. Okay. So our second step is ready. Let's run this. And this is working fine. Okay. Now uh, in this page, we have to capture the order quantity and we have to capture the net value so that we know what is the initial value, and then we'll use the mathematical operation to multiply and calculate that the right values getting updated on. Okay. So I'll go ahead with scanning this page. Now we have a similar page like this existing. Okay. We can do certain manipulations there in order to update that as well. Okay. But that would complicate this video, so I will not try to do that. I'll freshly scan this. Okay. So what do I need here is I need the net value. Okay. Need the net value and I need the order quantity. Okay. Uh, yeah, that's it. Okay. And maybe I'll fetch the click on the enter as well. We can use the toolbar as well, but in this case, we are going to use enter just in case we understand how to perform the steps. Okay. So let's save this and let's do one thing. One important thing to understand is here you see we are working with one specific order number. Okay. And if you see the page and here if I go, you will see, uh, okay, let me just cross check. Okay, that is not selected, so we are good with that. Okay. What I was trying to say is if there is any static value, you have to see and you have to update that accordingly. Okay. So we are good anyways here. It is not auto selecting that. So 130584. So we are good with this. Let's jump to our this page and just bring it to the test cases. Okay. So if you'll take a look at this, we have navigated to this. We have input the order number. Now we have to capture the net value and order quantity. Okay. So I'll write capture net value and order quantity. Okay. We close this. Okay. Now net value is pretty simple because it is coming as a separate field. Okay. And we understood about the buffers as well in the previous video. So we are going to just click on buffer here, and preferable not to give any space, but space also works. So I'll just write NV as net value, the buffer name. Okay. Now let me first run this and see if it is capturing the value correctly or not. So let's run this quickly. Now if you'll notice, the value in the SAP screen is give me one second, $100,000 or 100,000 euros. So let's see if it has captured the value or not. Okay. So I'll go in the scratch book. I'll click on this and buffer with name NV has been set to $100,000. So this is getting captured correctly. Now second task is to capture the quantity. Okay. Now we understood this in the previous videos as well, but I'll repeat that part. So whenever a table comes into picture and things are captured in terms of web tables, what you do is you can navigate to that specific place using rows and columns. Okay. So we have captured the table here. I'll click on this. I'll click on the first one. First of all, I will tell Tosca to capture which column I want. Okay, that is going to be possible by clicking on this, and here you will see order quantity. Okay, now order quantity, all this value which is going to come is order quantity. I want to capture the first value. Okay, so what I'm going to do in the row section, I'm going to use a keyword called $1. The moment I'm going to use $1, it is going to capture the first row of data. Okay, so this is a keyword which is used. Okay, now I don't want to verify it. I want to buffer this value, right? So I'll say OQ, okay, or OQTY, okay, whatever name you want. So this I'll be able to fetch the order quantity as well. Let's run this. Okay, if it is fetched correctly, our OQTY values should be 1. Okay, has been set to 1. So perfect. We are good with this. Okay. Now in the next step, what I want to do, I want to come here and update this value, right? If I jump back to the steps, that is what I want to do. Okay. So let's use the same step. Okay. So I'll go here and I will move this to the test cases. Okay. Now what I'll do is I will say update the quantity to 2. Okay. Now, how do we do that? Same way we have approached the web tables. So I'll click on the cell. I'll select order quantity. In this case, I want to update the value. So my action mode will be input. Okay. And I will say to here. Okay. Nothing else I want to do. So here in the row, I have to mention row $1 so that it updates the first value. Let's see if this works or not, or do we need to do any modifications? And then we'll decide how to proceed with the other steps. Okay. So you see, this has updated the value correctly here. Okay. Now after this, I want to click on enter. Okay. So we have learned in the previous videos, we can uh, move this down as well. But in this step, I'm going to just write this as another step. Okay. So we understand all the different ways to work with modules. Okay. So I'll just save this here, put this here, and I'll say click enter. Okay. And we'll perform a click here. Okay. And let's run this and see if this works fine or not. Okay. Now, if this works fine, you see the net value getting updated to $200,000. Okay. So you see $200,000 is coming. Okay. Now, let me do one thing. How it is capturing the value? It is capturing the value using this. Okay. So I'll rerun this because this is going to update the buffer. And we'll understand how we are going to put that as a validation step. But first we are trying to validate if the updated value is getting updated or not. So I'm just making the use of existing step to see if any changes are required. Okay, so I think it is working fine. So let's see. Now you see the value is updated to 200,000. Okay. Now, since the quantity is 1 here, we don't need to perform a mathematical operation to reach to quantity 1. Okay, but if that would be the case, you can divide it by the number of quantities to get the value of one quantity. But since that is the case, I will not overcomplicate it. Okay, and let me show you what operation I'm going to do. Okay, so let me iterate this again because maybe I think it might become complex till now. So what we have done is we have navigated to the change sales order page. Then we have entered the existing order number. We clicked on search. We have captured the existing net value and order quantity. Okay. Then we updated the quantity to, we clicked on enter. Okay. Now right click and what we'll do is we want to validate that value, right? So I'll copy this step. Okay. And I'll paste it here and I will say validate net value update. Okay. Now, I don't need to do anything with this step because we are not changing the order quantity. We're just validating. Okay. Now I can write verify here because that is what I want to do. And what is the value going to be? 200. $200,000 or 200,000 euro, whatever it is. Okay. Now, instead of this is a hard coding value. Okay. And let's do that and validate if it is working fine or not. Okay. And uh, then I'll showcase you how to do it dynamically as well. So let me change or exit this. Okay. And click on no. And I think this is fine. Okay. So let's run this part and see if it is working fine. So it order quantity is 1, it is going to change it to 2, and then it is going to click on enter. And in the top, if you see, it is going to change to 200,000 euro, and it is able to validate that part as well. Okay. Now, I don't want to make this video very huge. So what we are going to do is we are going to end this now so that we understand how to update and validate. In the next video, we are going to understand how to create the sales order, fetch that value dynamically, then come and update it. And we are going to make this more dynamic so that any quantity which is displayed, I'm going to fetch the value out of it, use mathematical operation as well. Okay. I just don't want to put all the complex topics in one video so that it becomes difficult to understand. And we'll wrap it up. But in the next video, we are going to discuss that. And further other videos are also going to be coming along for SAP. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and have a great day. Bye bye.